It is now 6:01, so we are going to get started for call number 2. So we only have Stephanie and Mary on tonight, but I am recording this so that everybody else can hear the playback. So what we want to talk about tonight is, where are we at with bookings? Where are you at? How many parties do you have booked, and are they live or virtual or both? Mary, Stephanie?
I have 3 for this Friday, which I'm still in the process of getting set up due to technical difficulties and a very sick baby. I do have some other ones that are thinking of days. I think I have 3 other ones that are deciding on when they want to start one.
Okay.
And they're all going to be virtual.
Okay, so 3 for Friday. That's good. When is your 30-day end date, Stephanie?
Oh my goodness.
Let's see. I'm like, I just started. I don't know what day was it, the 8th or something? When was that?
There, hold on. I think I can look real quick.
Okay.
I can't even turn my computer on right now. I'm about to throw it out the window.
Oh, no. That's something you want to make sure you know your 30-day end date. Keep that on your calendar. Keep that in front of you so that you know that you can get that $250 in $50 by that date. So, Mary, do you know your 30-day end date, and how are your bookings? Maybe I should unmute.
So Stephanie and Mary both are 4/15.
Okay.
90-day end dates are 6/12.
All right. And so,
All right.
listening to
I
the
have
phone
2
now,
parties.
you have 2 parties, and when are they, Mary?
Next Friday. Both of them are actually next Friday.
Okay.
I'm out of town today, so.
Okay, so you have some time. Okay,
Yes.
So for those of you listening to the playback, you want to make sure you know your 30-day and 90-day end date. For those that signed, I think most of you on this call will be those that signed March. And so when you submit the $1,250 in your first 30 days, you're going to earn that 250 Pampered Chef dollars, which is amazing, so that you can put it back into your business and get some of the new spring summer products, or maybe some of the fall winter products that just came out. That pressure cooker is amazing if you don't own that, and you can get it at 50% off. Not sure if they can get the fall winter ones at 50% off still too. You might be able to get the fall winter ones too. I'm not sure. So, have you all contacted, we made a launch list, we made our Frank's list. Has everybody contacted everybody on their Frank's list?
Not yet. I'm still working on it.
Not yet.
Okay. So you really want to try to do that in your first, in the next 48 hours if you can. And the reason we say that is we really want you to be doing 3 to 4 parties your first week. Because what that's going to do is set you up for success. That's going to get you more bookings to carry on and keep you going. So today I want to talk about, reminding you about sharing this business opportunity. We have that $39 kit that you all took advantage of. Well, most of you took advantage of. And so why not let somebody else take advantage of it? And this is a great way for you to grow your team, to bring someone on in the business. Think of college students, think of people that are struggling with their job, people that want to leave their job, people that hate their job, people that love their job, people that love to cook, people that hate to cook. I mean, this business fits so many different lives. And so if you're not asking, somebody else is going to come around and ask. And the worst thing that you're going to want to find out is somebody that attended your party, or maybe one of your hosts, and you didn't ask them. So Stephanie, you have 3 parties starting this Friday, correct?
Yes.
How many times have you asked your 3 hosts if she wanted to do the business opportunity?
I asked all 3 of them, and none of them want to do it at this time.
Okay, and how did you ask them?
So I had told them about how I got started with it being a good deal right now.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I introduced it, that it was a great opportunity to start for a low rate. After you do one party, you're basically getting your money back already. And it's going to be, we don't know when they're going to have a good time to start anytime soon. And I think I can't remember if I said that if they would start now that, and if what they get in their free stuff, they can use towards their kit.
Okay. Okay. So what are some different ways we can share with our host about the opportunity prior to them having their show, and then also while they're having their show?
Just letting them know that they can have the opportunity of getting that kit for $39 to start their own little side business, even if they're working. That's what I'm doing.
Okay.
And throughout it, you can use it as like a game or something like that if they want to participate.
Okay. Any other ideas? So something that I would say to my host when I booked her, and I would just say, hey, Cheryl, I just want to let you know that if you've ever thought about doing this, we have this $39 kit available. And if this is something that interests you, we could use this as your grand opening party. You would be the host and you would be the consultant doing the party. So you would make the commission and you would earn the free products. Is this something you've ever thought about doing? Cheryl's shaking her head no. Okay. So Cheryl's telling me no, she's never thought about it. So what I'm going to go back to Cheryl and say, Cheryl, watch what I do in your party and let me know if anything changes. So as the party's going on, then maybe I get a booking in the party. And so then I'm going to say to Cheryl, hey, Cheryl, you got a booking or you got 2 bookings. Just want to remind you that these bookings can be yours if you decided to start a Pampered Chef business. And just so you know, you can use $25 or $50 of your free towards your kit. Okay?
Am I supposed to answer you?
No, you don't have to answer. You can if you want.
You know what I'm going to say.
Wow. But, if you don't put it out there, and I can't tell you how many times people say, not right now. I have someone, that said, nah, not right now. And guess what? After 2 bookings have gone by and I've done those parties, now she's on the 3rd party, and guess what? Now
She wishes she would have did it.
Now she wants to do it. Okay? So you just have to keep it in front of them. No doesn't mean never. You just write their name down. Is it a no, never, or no, not right now? All right? And just so you remember, 5 people in your first 90 days, and you're given a $500 bonus. All right? They all have to be active with $150 in sales. You have to have at least $750 in that month. And the overall team has to have $5,000. So if this is something that you're thinking about doing, this fast track to director, you want to make sure that your plan is in place. So you want to make sure that you have the sales. And Cheryl and I were on a director call today, and we figured out, Cheryl, I don't know if you have the numbers there, but the company average was what did we use?
For a virtual party?
Yeah. Which
it was like 3 something, so I think we said 350.
Okay, so 350, if you're doing 350 a month, $350 a party, and most of us is going to do more. And if you're doing 4 parties a week, that's $1,400 in sales a week that you're doing. That's $4,200 in sales a month that you're doing. And that's over $1,000 paycheck. So how does that sound?
Lovely.
That sounds good to me.
Okay, so when you're doing 4 parties a week at that amount, making that kind of money, you're going to be in front of enough people to continue to get bookings. Of course, this is home office calling me. So you're going to be in front of enough people, and you're going to be getting enough recruit leads. And that's where you're going to start building your business. So make that goal. If this is something that you're really interested in, you know, if you're saying, hey, Dee, you know what, I only want to do 1 show a week, that's fine. But if you want more, then you got to work at it a little bit more. All right. And so I want to talk to you about the host coaching document that you all have. Are you all familiar with the host coaching document? I'm assuming, Cheryl, Stephanie, is yours? Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe I sent it to both of you, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
That is your Bible. That is your Bible for virtual parties. Everything that you absolutely need is in that document. It tells you how to set up a party. It tells you if you're following the system, Friday to Thursday, on Tuesday before the week of the party, it tells you to create that party on Consultant's Corner. So today is day 2 already. So if you have a party starting on Friday, you should already have that group set up. And you know what? Don't wait till you can set up a group prior to, let's say, you know, I set up my parties usually on the weekend, and then I invite my husband to it. I have everything set up. So on Tuesday morning, all I have to do is invite my host, delete my husband, and send her the message, hey, your party is set up. Here's how you invite your guest. So that on Tuesday morning literally takes me 5 minutes to do 8 parties. It's just copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So that's Tuesday. Then Wednesday, you're supposed to look and say, how many people does she have going? How many people do we want going on a party? Mary or Stephanie, do you know how many people we want going on a party?
You want 5 or more, right?
Nope.
Like,
Oh, no,
isn't it like 200?
Okay, we want our host to invite over 100 people. And it says that in the document. You want your host to invite 100 people, because if she invites 100 to 200 people, she's going to get about 30 people going. We don't want anything less than 30 people click going. If you see a host has 10 to 15 people going, that's a problem. You have 10 to 15 people going, girl, tell them what's going to happen when you have 10 to 15 people going.
You're not going to have a party.
You're going to be calling us and saying, everybody's doing everything they want to be doing, but there are no sales in this party. And right away, the first question we're going to ask you is, how many people are in attendance? The second thing we're going to ask you is, how many times is your host posting a day? How active is your host in the party? Those are the 3 key things to having a successful party. You want at least 30 people click going. You want your host make sure you're giving your host the daily suggested post, and make sure she's posting it, and make sure she's involved in the party herself. Okay?
Yep.
So on Wednesday, there's an activity to do in the morning and in the evening. If you are busy working another job and you just don't have time to go reach out to your host twice, I haven't even reached out to my host once today because of Facebook, because I was busy this morning, and when I went to do it this afternoon after my calls, Facebook is down. So I can't even get onto my parties to see how many people are invited. So I know I'm already behind. And then Thursday morning, there's another message for your host. Just helping her get more people. Let your host know why you're doing this. Say, Janice, you know, I want you to have a successful party, and doing these activities that I'm giving you leading up to your party is going to help you have a successful party. Okay, so don't be afraid to be private messaging her. You know, if she's not being involved in the party, say, hey, Janice, I didn't see your daily post today. Are you able to make that? Or, hey, Janice, can you go in there and tag some people today? You know, making sure they're involved in the party, okay? And then on Friday, your party starts. You send a message to your host, and that's when your pre-party posts start. And then there's Friday and Saturday's a pre-party, and then you have day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4. Day 3 is when day 2 is when you let your host know, here's how you can start going on and start adding things to your cart. On day 3, then there's going to be a post. Day 4 is a post, and that is the tagging day. Do you all know what the tagging post is?
No.
No.
Okay, well, I would show you, but it is in the document. So under the post, let's say people are, so you want to go through, you want to track who's ordering. So I have a notebook that just has my host name at the top, and then I have 3 columns. I have the name, I have a telephone number, and the dollar amount the guests purchased on each. So for each party, so like this week I have 8 pages. I have Stephanie on one, I have Erin on one, I have, Jessica on one. So they're all labeled. And so on this day, I'll go through my list and I'll say, oh, Hannah has 10 orders. Who didn't order? And I start going through the comments and seeing who didn't order, who's on this party that didn't order. And then you're going to just, under their post, so let's say they commented on a game and they guessed the number on the game. You're just going to hit reply right there, and you're going to say, Cheryl, today's just a friendly reminder that there's only 2 days left to order on Janice's party. If you'd like to support her show, here's the link to order. Okay.
Gotcha. Yep.
So that is listed there in that document, and there's an example of it as well so that you can see how to do that. Day 5 then, of course, is the last day. Now, if you need help getting more orders, people are waiting for payday. If it's not the end of the month, it's okay to leave it open for a couple of days. But let's say you guys have your party end date is your 30-day end date is the 15th. So you want to make sure those parties that you have starting, let's say you have a party starting on the 5th, you want to make sure that party is closed out before the 15th. Obviously, the parties, if you have anything on the 12th, you're not going to be able to get that closed out in time. Okay? So you kind of have to watch it at the end of the month or the end of your 60 or 30, 60, 90 day, then you might want to watch that. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Get your host involved. Okay? You can do a Google survey. Do you guys know how to do a Google survey?
No.
No.
Okay. Cheryl, take a note that I need to do a video on that. Okay, I'll show you how to create a Google survey, okay?
Mm-hmm.
You can pick
Okay.
5 of the most engaged guests from your online parties that have interacted the most. Message them. What did you like most about the party, the recipes, the game? Was there anything annoying? Would you recommend hosting a party to a friend? Just asking questions. It's all written down here. How does this work? You could do theme days. Here's another way. Get your host to help you get the bookings. So in my template, you'll see 2 really good booking posts. One is the host wanted post, and then there's another one describing virtual parties. If no one comments on that and no one says they want a party, I go in there and I'll say, hey, Susie host, who are your fun friends? Tag them here. And they always will go in and say, I think Janice, Mary, and Stephanie should have a party. And then I'll go back and say, yeah, I agree with you. I think they should too, And so you get that conversation going.
Okay.
Then there's also, if that doesn't work, there's a challenge out there. And so take a look at the challenge where you challenge your host to get you 3 bookings. You're going after 3 in hopes that out of the 3, and you're hoping for 3, but if you at least get 2, your goal. But she's going to have to ask 5 people in this challenge to help you get bookings. And hopefully out of the 5, 3 will probably say yes or maybe, and 2 will definitely book. Okay? So take a look at that. And then on the opportunity questions. So you're going to see 2 posts about the opportunity, the business. Ask me any question about my job. There's going to be another one about the paychecks or maybe the kit. And you want to take these offline. You can say to them, hey, Susie, you had a great question. under the ask me a question about my job. Just curious, is this something you're interested in, or were you just playing the game to get a ticket? And she might just say, oh, I was just playing the game to get a ticket. She says, oh, I'm thinking about it. Well, just so you know, we have a kit for $39 this month. And then you can go on and give information. So just start that conversation with them. But you got to take these conversations. You want to answer the question you asked. So if she says, do you have to keep an inventory? You can say, oh, the great thing about this business is we don't have to keep an inventory. And then you friend her and private message her and say, hey, great question. I'm just curious. Was this something you're interested in, or were you just asking the question to get the ticket? Okay. Any questions about that?
No.
I don't think so.
Repetition is key. Mention the business opportunity at least 3 times during the party. And the language is there. The language is in the host coaching document. You want to ask your host at least 5 times, because how many of you on this call today actually were a host prior to being a Pampered Chef consultant?
Me.
I was.
Okay. So 95% of the people on our team are our host. So that's who you want to go after first. It doesn't mean there's not guests on your party that don't want to have I have 3 people on my parties right now thinking about it. So it's not always just the host. Now, obviously, if the host signs and she has a guest that on her party that wants to sign, you want to sign your host, and then you want to let her sign the guest, because now you're building your team wide and deep. All right. And
Can I just say that just happened to me?
Okay, go ahead.
That's what happened with April. We were doing her kickoff party, and there was someone who had answered one of the questions, or she asked the question on the Ask Me Anything, and when I took it to a private message, I just let her know, look for a private message from me, and I said exactly what Dee did. You know, were you just interested? Are you truly interested, or did you just ask a question for the tickets? And she said, no, I really, I have thought about it, but I'm just not sure. And, you know, I talked a little bit, carried on that conversation with her, kept it going. Next thing I know, she was signing up. So she went from not being interested really to signing up that day. So April's 9 days into it and signed someone.
Cheryl sent me a message today. Cheryl, tell them what the message was today.
Oh my goodness. Somebody had posted that it was in our director group, right? That somebody had a new consultant who was 6 days in and signed 4 recruits.
6 days in the business and brought 4 people into the business already. So she needs 1 more person she can promote to director within 30 days. So if you're sitting here thinking, oh my goodness, that can never happen, it can happen. Cheryl's recruited, what, 4 this month already?
4.
Janice brought 2 in the business already. I brought 7 into the business already. You know, set a goal. How many people do you want to bring into the business? Because if you don't even have a goal of how many you want to bring into the business, you're not going to make it happen. My goal prior to the March bonus March kit being released, my goal at the end of February was I'm going to recruit 6 people in March. Well, once they brought out this $39 kit, I'm like, oh my goodness, my goal now is 10. So if I didn't set that goal for 6, I wouldn't even set the goal for 10. But now I have a goal for 10, and I've already signed 7, and I've already signed 4 in 1 day. So you guys see, if you're in front of enough people and you're asking people, they're going to want to do this. Are you here for I don't know what your why is. We didn't, this isn't the call for the why, and Cheryl probably knows this because she's probably talked to you. But why did you start this business? Is it to get some extra income? Most people join for the income. Or is it for the products? Or is it for the trip? You can have all three. But most people join for the money. So if this is something that's going to change your life, why not let it change somebody else's life as well? All right. And it's always fun to bring a buddy into the business with you. So who do you know? Who's a friend out there that could use some extra income and start this business with you? All right. And then everybody's using Post My Party? And everybody's good with that? Any questions about Post My Party?
I'm still working on that.
Okay. Do you need any help, Stephanie?
I probably do.
Okay. Did you watch the videos how to set it up?
I did. And then I know Cheryl sent me the template, but I can't see that it's there. It might be there.
Okay.
I'm struggling a little bit with that.
Okay. So maybe Cheryl, you can connect with her.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Can I just add something to the recruits, Dee?
Yeah, absolutely.
The reason we tell you to keep a list and to keep track is because you never know who might pop up. You want to continually keep in touch with these people, whether it's every month you send them just the whole special through an email, through a text message, or not the recruit special, not the whole special. I've had someone for 2 years that I met at a vendor event, and she's now seriously considering signing up because of the $39 kit. She's been waiting for a great deal. So I'm still working with her, but this is from 2 years ago. I have other people from longer than 2 years ago that are on my list. So just keep a list going and keep in touch with these people.
Look, I have my list just from this month, and I have stars by people that are really seriously thinking about it. And then the other ones are, not so much thinking about it right now. But believe me, every week I am in front of them. I am sending them something, a message, a text message, a Facebook message. And so we have the home office is doing an opportunity event. Cheryl, we didn't set our date for the opportunity event, did we?
Yes, we did. The day after, I think it's the 27th.
Okay, so the home office is having an opportunity event on March 19th, so you want to advertise that to them. Oh, yeah, and then we're going to do another one on March 27th. So if you have...
The meeting is the 26th, and we're going to do the 27th.
Okay. So if you have anybody that's interested and you have no idea what to say, maybe you started a conversation and you are totally lost with what to say, that's when you reach out to your director. That's when we can do a three-way call. We could do a three-way message. And then, your director can take over the conversation and help you out.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
Any questions?
Nope.
All right, so we will just stay in touch. We might do another call just to touch base with everybody. So if those of you who are listening to the recording have any questions, please reach out to us. Hopefully this was helpful. If you need help with your template with Post My Party, please, please, please reach out to us. We can, as your leader, we can do it in 5 seconds, what might take you a little bit longer. We can share our screen and we can show you exactly what to do if you're struggling. So if you need help, please, please reach out. All right?
Yep.
All right. Have a great night.
Mary and Stephanie, I will send you my guest tracker as soon as I can get through. Actually, I'll email it to you. Then that way you'll have it.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
Welcome.
All right, guys. Have a great night.
Thanks.
Bye.
You too.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.